time, Renee Roundtree.
Too short for this. So obviously you tabled the agenda item on last meeting because I was in Tallahassee for the state. So my question is, do you have any other questions for me? Do you want me to reemphasize the numbers? Do you want me to, I can't go back on my recommendation. I really do believe that Sun Hills Library should be closed. I have done some additional research, and in addition to the money that the library is paying, you're paying an additional almost $5,000 a year at the county level coming out of Parks and Rec.
Renee, I understand the internet's back, the high-speed internet
Yes.
is up and going now.
4 people and 7 hours
Yeah, but I
in order to
understand.
get it back up.
But if, that's something that's been down for how long?
It was down for 2 weeks. We were able to jerry-rig something, and then it would be down again for 2 more weeks until we could get somebody out there. Because we thought that the AT&T person had squared us away, but he hadn't.
Okay.
Ms. Ramsey, what are the hours of this town? You know,
We're open all day on Wednesday.
all day on Wednesday?
We state that we close for lunch 12 to 1, simply because a staff member needs to be able to use the bathroom and maybe swing down to Dollar General and get lunch. But most of the time, that person usually eats a sandwich at their desk.
You're there all day?
They're all day.
And what's your count as far as patients coming in on Wednesdays?
Right now, within the last year, our average was 59 a month. And then, right now we only have 52 active patrons in the system. So originally I told you we had 112 people on the books, and that's true. And so I dug deeper to see how many are currently. They've used their card within the last year, and that number is 52.
What are the costs? Identify the cost.
The cost is internet service, and the cost is the staff member out there. And originally, I had been told that part of the electric was being covered by me, but I got with Johnny to double check it, and it's not being covered by me. It's coming out of Parks and Recreation budget. And it's a lot more than I estimated per month. It's closer to $400 per month than $200 per month.
Well, we rent that facility out also,
Yes.
which generates revenue.
Mr. Roundtree, since there's no public comments today, I would ask that maybe you come back tomorrow.
I'll be here.
And then I think that's what happened last week is you were not here to answer the questions and we weren't able to. Just want you to be able to field some questions if some people come in and want to talk about it.
And something else, I mean, I heard just a whisper of it in a kind of a small-headed remark when we had a commission meeting down there in Sunny Hills with the MSDU, was the very first that I'd heard of. And I respect your opinion as a library director, but sometimes when we get the whole community involved, they can come up with some other options and opportunities. And I don't know what your summer program is like, if that's even offered.
We did. We attempted to offer it. Actually, we gave up 2 years ago because we couldn't sustain it. We weren't seeing the people. We sent out 800 flyers within the 4083 Challenger Boulevard. I did census figures. I knew that there were a huge number of children under 18 in the household. It didn't fly, so we had to stop offering the service. I've asked my friends in the library group, do you have any ideas? They tried to reach out to people that they knew lived in the Sunny Hills community to become participants in the Friends of the Library group. We haven't gotten any really feedback. I've done everything that I can think of doing. I talked to patrons, for the better part of 3 or 4 months last year. I was the person that was working every Wednesday down there. Because I'm like, is there something that we could do? Is there something that we could offer that would, boost participation in this library location?
I think what the commission's hoping that this is going to kind of wake them up that this is going to go if something don't change, and maybe we'll have some good participation tomorrow. And throughout the community, the word gets around, hey, we'll utilize the service, or the county can't afford to continue the service. So maybe this is the wake-up call that they needed down there.
Well, if we had volunteers to come in and keep it open longer, do you think that might help?
What's the library stance on volunteers running the facility?
We have to be very considerate of statute 257, which deals with privacy and confidentiality laws within patron information. Generally, we don't really accept volunteers simply for that reason, because people have, protection by law. What they check out, what they look at, whether or not they even come in. I can even confirm, if you ask me if somebody had a library card, I can even confirm or deny whether or not they were a library patron.
Okay.
Ms. Renee, what's the annual cost for that library? What does it cost?
At minimum, it is $5,600. That's me using like the cheapest staff member, the lowest paid staff member that I have, and being as frugal as I can be with everything else.
So parks, 5,000 of that is coming from Parks and Rec.
Oh no, you're paying an additional $5,000 out of Parks and Rec.
Okay, so it's 10,600. Well, what I'm trying to get at, if we have 15 people a day going to it when it's open, how much is it costing for that?
At my level, it's $107.69 per patron.
Per visit. That's pretty expensive. That's more than a commission.
What would how would the funds be utilized? Where would you place them if the library wasn't closed?
I'd probably add additional hours to Wausau because she needs it.
Do you have the space in Wausau to make an addition? I mean, how many computers do you have there?
We operate 3 and then wireless. And the town hall is gracious and allows us to overflow into their room whenever we need to like show movies or have children's programming. Or if, you just if all of our space is taken up.
So it would benefit that, and it's not that far, 107.
I'd also like to, and my intention was to get with you, and not yet, but I would also like to pursue with you, and I know that we've got some legality issues. But there is that program that you were mentioning the other day, a state-funded program that supplements income. In them ramifications it is with the state. Are they able to have the clearances that they need to be able to have access to library records?
Department of Labor.
Are you talking about NCBA?
Yes.
NCBA, they are wonderful, and the library has been a host agency for a number of years, and it's essentially a job training program for low-income senior citizens. Actually, we've hired several people actually off the staff because they've been so good for us. However, NCBA workers can never be left unsupervised according to program guidelines.
Cost per patron is $160. Can you give us you may not know right around it, but for your other libraries?
Wausau is about $16, and they're the most comparison one. The reason I say Wausau is 16 is because I have to factor in longevity for Susan Cook, who is technically my second in command because she's a branch manager and she's been with the system a really long time.
I was just trying to have something in comparison to.
Ms. Rupture, no further questions? Thank you, and if you'll just be here tomorrow, we'll see what comes up.
Thank you very much.